Hidden in the desert sands of Sudan, standing silently beside the mighty Nile, lies a fortress that once protected one of Africa's most powerful kingdoms. This is the Fort of Dongola, a place where Nubian warriors, Christian kings, and desert travelers crossed paths for more than 1,000 years. Welcome to a journey into one of Africa's forgotten marvels. The Fort of Dongola sits in northern Sudan, near the modern town called Old Dongola. Just a few kilometers from the Nile River, this region was once the beating heart of the Makuria Kingdom, one of the strongest Christian Nubian civilizations in Africa. But how did this fortress end up here? Built between the 7th and 9th centuries, it wasn't just a fort. It was the main administrative and military center for an entire kingdom. The surrounding landscape is dramatic, endless golden desert dunes on one side and lush green strips of life along the Nile on the other. This sharp contrast alone makes the site absolutely breathtaking, and you can immediately feel its strategic importance. Imagine standing on these walls, watching caravans appear on the horizon or boats gliding down the river. This location was the key to Makuria's power. The Makuria Kingdom was a true powerhouse in medieval Africa. They were famous for their incredibly skilled archers, who were so formidable that they helped secure a peace treaty with the expanding Arab Caliphate. This treaty, known as the Pact, lasted for over 6 centuries, one of the longest-lasting peace agreements in history. The Fort of Dongola was central to all of this. It was a royal residence, a military barracks, and a critical trade checkpoint for caravans moving goods and ideas between Central Africa and the Middle East. It witnessed epic battles, complex peace negotiations, and centuries of cultural blending. Later, as the region transitioned from Christianity to Islam, the fort adapted, becoming a religious center for a new faith. It's a place of incredible transformation. When you look at the fort itself, its architecture tells a fascinating story. It's a unique mix of Nubian, Byzantine, and early Islamic styles. The walls are massive, made of mud brick and up to 2 meters thick in some places. You can still see the watchtowers that once provided an unbroken view over the desert, guarding against any approaching threats. Inside the complex, archaeologists have found the remains of Christian churches, complete with beautiful murals depicting saints and biblical scenes. There are also large storage rooms that would have held grain, water, and weapons enough to withstand a long siege. As the fort evolved, you can see evidence of Islamic-era expansions, with reconstructed rooms and courtyards showing how new residents adapted the space. Ongoing excavations continue to uncover pottery, ancient scripts, and vibrant frescoes that give us a direct link to the kings, bishops, and soldiers who lived here. So, how does Dongola stack up against other famous African fortresses? Let's compare. Take Fort Jesus in Kenya. It was built by the Portuguese in the 16th century, using stone, primarily for maritime battles. Dongola, on the other hand, is much older, built from mud brick by Nubians in the 8th or 9th century, serving as an inland political hub. Then there are the Gondar Castles in Ethiopia, which are more royal and luxurious in design. Dongola feels more militaristic and raw, built for strategy, not just splendor. Even compared to the massive citadel of Cairo, Dongola stands out. It's far more ancient, giving us a deeper window into early medieval Nubia. What truly makes Dongola unique is its Nubian Christian heritage, its strategic desert Nile location, and the fact that it documents the transition from Christianity to Islam so clearly, a story rarely preserved elsewhere. Today, the Fort of Dongola is an active archaeological zone. Teams from Sudan, Poland, and other parts of Europe are continuously making remarkable discoveries, uncovering new layers of its history. Tourism is slowly growing as adventurous travelers are drawn by the desolate beauty of Old Dongola, the incredibly preserved Christian murals, and that powerful feeling of stepping into an untouched ancient kingdom. Sudan is also working to get the site recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which would give it the global recognition and protection it truly deserves. The Fort of Dongola is so much more than a ruin in the desert. It's a window into a powerful civilization that shaped Africa for centuries. It stands today as a silent monument to Nubia's strength, spirituality, and incredible cultural richness. If you love lost cities, forgotten kingdoms, and ancient mysteries, Dongola is a place that should be on your list. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more explorations into the world's hidden wonders.